You know just what you do to me. Play my emotions like a pair of puppet strings. Did it ever occur to you my heart's more than a toy? Please go easy on me, babe.
Welcome back once again, guys, and starting to feel like I'm making a habit of this. Another wet and windy night on Anglesey. Yeah. Anglesey, when it rains sideways. If you've never been to Anglesey, when it rains, it comes from the side, it comes up and it comes down. It's the only place the rain comes in 3 directions at the same time. So it's the 30th of September. So if you're on Anglesey, you'll know how bad the weather is today. It's horrendous. So I'm doing the intake in the van. I've been sat here for about 20 minutes thinking, Tommy, you've lost your marbles. But I will get out in a minute and I will get down on the beach. So yeah, that's right, tonight I'm getting on the beach and I'm getting straight into the wind. I'm going looking for maybe a big bass, small eye ray, but anything's welcome. Apart from dogfish, I don't want any of them. So, you might have noticed in the video title, the secret to catching big fish. So this video is called The Secret to Catching Big Fish, and I might not even catch a big fish, but you'll have to keep tuned to find out if I do. So, I try and do my videos, I try and think ahead of what to say, obviously. Nothing's pre-rehearsed, but I've got to have some sort of idea of what to put out there in my videos, what people want to see maybe, and with my aim and my goal to inspire people to go fishing, I've got to try and make sure that I'm on the tracks of inspiring people. So this video is going to be the secret to catching big fish. That doesn't mean that I catch big fish, but I proudly will say I've had some nice fish in my time. In the sea, I've had fish to, I don't know, 20 plus pound, which most probably is an eel. Out the sea is my biggest fish. I've had freshwater fish to 130 pound, UK that is, sturgeon. So yeah, the secret to catching big fish. To find out a little bit more, keep tuned. Next time you see me, I'll be down on the sand with the wind blowing sideways, the rain coming up, down and across. So keep tuned, keep watching, and let's see what brings on tonight. Well guys, you're still there. Hey, welcome back once again. So I'm down on the beach and I've set up on the high water mark at the top of the beach. Unfortunately, I forgot to put my beach shelter in. So, but I have got my brolly that was still in the van from the other night. So I've set that up. Basically, it keeps everything dry. The rain has stopped at the minute, but it's blowing an absolute hoolie. But it'll keep everything dry. What I'm going to do now quickly, which I always do in all my videos, is show you what I've got as bait. So let me just flick you around there quickly now. As you can see, I'm under the brolly. Well, the phone's under the brolly. Don't understand how to turn this new phone around. That one there took a picture, which it's just done again. So there you are, I've spun you around, but accidentally turned the recorder off whilst I'd done it. Anyway, I've spun you around. So what I've got is I've got some fresh worm, some yellowtail mix and black lug that I pumped yesterday, and was actually with a good friend that was teaching me the ropes, because I wasn't great at it. These are just the drabs that I had left over, but they're lovely worm and will hopefully attract some fish. And then in my bucket I've got a mix of sand eel, a couple of frozen mackerel and a box of squid. Yeah, so that's the bait choices. Not as much as I usually have, but I think I've got enough there to hopefully pull a fish out of the bag. Flick you back around to show you the conditions that I'm fishing in. 2 minutes, I have to turn it off because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing with this camera. As you can see, I'm at the top of the tide and it's blowing a hoolie, Absolutely beautiful conditions. I'm not sure what the sound will be like, but it's rough. Trust me, it's rough, it's windy. As I say, the rain has stopped. As I was saying, the rain has stopped. And as you'll notice, I've got my big winter coat on tonight because I'm starting to feel the cold a little bit. It is coming to that time of year. Yes! I do like my winter fishing. Yeah, it's coming to that time of the year. I have got my big coat on because that wind has got a bit of a bite in it. So what I'm going to do, filming's going to be a little bit difficult, guys, because of the weather and everything. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up one rod. I'm going to walk down to the edge of the water and I'm going to stand down there and fish the flood back like that. So there won't be much filming whilst I'm doing that. But when I get back up here, I'll bring you on camera. We'll have a chit chat and reveal maybe some secrets about targeting big fish. If I catch a fish in the meantime, I'll bring you back then. And I might bring you back when I'm down there. We'll have a look anyway. Going to get set up, 3 hook flapper, 2 up, 1 down, and get down the water's edge and see if we can pick something up in the shallows whilst it's flooding and getting to the bank. So keep tuned. Walking back up to my shelter there, well, to my brawley there now. First cast there. There's no weeds, so that's a good sign. But I missed a bite and my baits are hammered. I think they were small coolies are waiting, but I'll get rebaited and I'll get back out, eh? Like I say, filming's going to be a little bit difficult till I get to the top of the tide and set up properly. Woo! It's rough out here tonight, guys. It's rough out here tonight. Anyway, let's get these rebaited, eh? Well, I'm not sure what the footage is going to be like, guys, but here we go, second cast. It's not a monster, but it's one of the targets. Only a little one. Happy days. Get it unhooked, I'll get a picture and I'll get it back. Guys, the weather's horrendous, so it's not making it easy for me here tonight. But they are, it's one of my targets for the night. Now all I need is a big silver bass, eh? Anyway, happy days. We'll get it back and start again. Oh, by the way, black lug this one took. A nice fresh black lug. Happy days. Hey. Well guys, just put that little one back there now. I'm further up the beach, so rod's on the tripod. It's blowing an absolute hoolie. Look, my straps come off. Everything's going mad here. It's a crazy old night here on Anglesey, but this is how I love it. Right then, so some of you might be wondering, what's this clown gonna say about the secret to catching big fish? The truth is, guys, there's no secret. There's no such thing. There's no special way, but there is a few pointers. Let me just sort this out. Pointer number 1. If I sound like I'm shouting, it's because the wind's loud and everything. So pointer number 1 to catching big fish. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to cast a million miles. But this is the main thing. Now, I was told this a couple of years ago by somebody that really inspires me in carp fishing. Now some of you see anglers who are going, oh no, here he goes carp fishing, but no, this is key. It doesn't matter how good of an angler you are, how far you can cast or anything, the key medicine, if you like, for catching big fish is time and access. Now, what does time and access mean? Obviously the time you put in is key, and access. Now here in Anglesey, we do get big bass. So if you put lots and lots of time in, it's not guaranteed, but there's a good chance you will at some point catch a big bass. Now access, I want to catch a blonde ray this year. We do get a few on Anglesey, but they're very, very few and far between. Now I'm putting that down to access. If you're fishing where you catch blonde rays and you're putting the time in, there you are. You at some point will catch a blonde ray. Now, the chances of me catching one on Anglesey are really slim. But if I was to fish somewhere, like South Wales for instance, where they get a lot of blonde rays, and I fish the amount of hours that I fish here, then yeah, I would catch blonde rays. I'm sure I would. So that there is the answer to catching big fish. Time and access. You put the time in, you'll get the rewards. You don't have to be an expert. Now you see some people, and this is not I'm looking for the right word, this is not running anybody down, because yes, there is skill in fishing, knowing your marks, knowing when to get on them, local knowledge, it does help. But if you fish, right, I'll use myself for instance, okay? Now if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you'll notice I catch quite a few fish. That's not bigging myself up, but I do catch a few fish. But I put in hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to catch fish. I don't show all the blanks. It's the same as, is the grass greener on the other side? Now, you can search through social media, for instance, and you'll see somebody's had 10 cod. Now, they've caught 10 cod. I won't say what part of the country, but they've had 10 cod. But they haven't told you about the other 200 anglers to their left and their right that haven't had anything. That doesn't mean that they're a better angler, it just meant that the fish was in front of them. Now yes, I do believe distance makes a difference at times, and I do believe that some people do have knowledge that does help. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, you don't have to be an expert to chase your dreams and catch them fish. They're out there for everybody to catch, and I'm going straight back to the first thing, time and access. Put in the time in the right places. Doesn't have to be the right conditions. If that area is known for holding that specific type of fish and you fish it enough, you will catch it, or you can try your very best. But what I'm trying to say is time. Now some people will say that's nonsense, you have to cast 1,000,000 miles. No, you don't, because I've fished next to people that can't cast more than 50 yards and they've caught fish that I've never caught, or bigger than I've ever caught. So no, you don't have to cast 1,000,000 miles. Honestly guys, get out there fishing, chase them dreams. Now then, my tip number 2 for catching big fish is bait. I'm a big believer, and it goes without saying, bait is key, isn't it? Come on. Fresh is best, or the best that you can get your hands on. There's no point going down your local beach to target bass using bacon because you haven't got the right bait. Now I'm not going to say that bass ain't going to eat bacon, but fresh worm, you fish in a sandy beach, get some fresh blow lug, some fresh black lug. Mackerel will work, but up your chances, use the baits to the right conditions and the right places that you're fishing. There's plenty of stuff out there on social media, guys. Look here, and there's some good guys out there that give good tips. Right guys, I think that's a fair way of putting a few pointers across about targeting big fish, or any Pacific fish, whether it be this big or humongous. Time and access is the key to catching fish. I'm a big believer in that. Now I caught a tope midsummer, early summer. I put in hundreds of hours to catch that fish. Some people will know I put in ridiculous amount of hours. I'm not saying abandon your family and forget about your friends and get out there fishing every 5 minutes, but what I'm trying to say is, if you want them dreams, you want them fish, you've got to put in the hours to catch them. Get out there, be safe, catch them fish. So I think that's 2 good pointers there about the secret to catching big fish. If you think I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments if you want, or if you bump into me, tell me that I'm full of crap, eh? But I think it's a common sense thing, time and access and the right bait, and obviously the right location. You might catch a blonde ray on Anglesey, but you're not in the right area to target it. It's like fishing a pond. If you want to catch a 30-pound carp and there's 500 fish in there and only one of them is 30 pound, you've got a 500 to 1 chance. Fish a pond with 500 carp and 150 of them being at 30 pound, ups your chances. Time, access and location. Get out there, get fishing. I've moided enough. Don't forget, at the end of this video, there will be a winner on my free giveaway from my last video. I'm getting back to the fishing, guys. Sorry the filming ain't great, but the weather's horrendous and I'm out doing a bit of fishing. So keep tuned and let's see if anything exciting turns up. Thanks for staying on this long. This is how wild it is tonight, guys. Look at the foam on the beach, man. Woohoo! It's a proper one. Look at it, it's like snow. Loving it. Absolute loving it. Look at it. All the way along the beach here. Whew. Gotta be in it to win it. Just remember to be safe. Look at that. That's what you call white water. Beautiful. Right then, going in for the live draw for this month's free giveaway. See if I can see that one. Which is that one there. And the winner is number 8. So give us a minute and we'll find out who number 8 is. And there we go. This is the winner, which is Alan Nuts 3285. If you want to drop me a message and I'll send out your prize to you. Thank you for taking part. So there we go, guys. We have a winner, and as you can obviously notice, I'm no longer on the beach and it's now Sunday, the following day. The weather just turned, it was bad from the off, as I'm sure you can notice in the video, so it made things really difficult for filming and trying to get a few clips together. But the weather turned, it was just torrential rain and it was literally coming from the side. It was absolutely horrid. But you know, there's a few pointers there. Don't get disheartened if you're not catching them fish that you've been trying to catch for a while. Get out there, get chasing them fish and enjoy it, and I'm sure you will find your dreams out there, or that fish that you've been waiting for anyway for a long time. Well, guys, I'm in the shed, sorting my stuff out, having a coffee, everything's cleaned. It's now Sunday afternoon. We'll have a big roast dinner in a little while, and then this evening I'll be back out on the beach. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams.